I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. You probably something on my way to you. If your body matches what your eyes can do, you probably go right through me on my way to you. What's up, everybody? Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I went to my mom's house and she made pork, turkey, salad, green beans with bacon, sweet potato casserole, and gravy. For me, gravy's a beverage on Thanksgiving. Or any other day, let's be honest. So, here's a video from Texas Rebel. I know this is an old video, and it really sounds like Philip Turner's voice, but I don't know if he has a second channel or if this is him, but I doubt it. Anyway, what do I know? I thought Jack Miller and, who's the other guy? Texas Sheepdog? And the other guy, Jack Miller and Johnny 5-0 were the same person for a while. And I thought Philip Turner and Omaha Cop Block were the same person for some reason. And I'm not really good at that. So anyway, this dude's recording on a sidewalk across the street. These cops come up and completely don't know the law, which almost anybody who watches these videos knows. Texas Penal Code 38.02, where you have to be lawfully arrested before you ID yourself. Well, it's a shame that that's the law the cops use the most, 3802, and they don't even know it. The overwhelming majority of Texas police law enforcement have no clue about 3802 and think when they say ID, you show ID because that's how they're trained and they want people to submit to ID and surrender their right to the Fourth Amendment. They're trying to make the Fourth Amendment disappear incrementally. By the way, I talk a lot in my videos and I pause the videos. So if you don't like it, go watch the original. Link in the description.
How's it going, man? You got your ID with you?
How's it going? Would you like to surrender your Fourth Amendment right to me as I accost you and stop and impede you?
You got any ID, sir? Sir, do you have any ID? Yes, no, maybe? Do you have any ID, sir?
I'm not being detained.
Now you see how they surround him? And this guy's got this stupid grin on his face?
For investigation. Everything's going on in this world.
And watch and listen to him stammer and stutter here. For investigation on this world, things happening, cops die. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass like usual. Listen to this cop stammer and stutter his way through his cop explanation.
I'm not being detained.
For investigation. Everything's going on in this world, and especially involving law enforcement. You're walking around law enforcement facility with a video camera. We like to know who's surrounding our complexes.
That is one of the dumbest things I ever heard. For investigation in this day and age with cops and stuff, and you're surrounding the building. One guy surrounding the building. Again, when they have to actually articulate what their actions are, instead of just pure emotion and the fact that they just don't like the guy exercising the rights that they swore to protect anywhere near where they work.
Do you have any ID? Or are you refusing to ID yourself, sir?
What's your name and badge number?
Officer R. Reynolds, ID 3825. Are you refusing to ID yourself, sir?
Again, in Texas, there's no such thing as refusing to ID. You don't have to ID unless you're lawfully arrested. 38.02.
2586.
Thank you.
Are you refusing to ID yourself, sir?
I'm not being detained.
Yes, you are.
For what crime?
Yes, you are being detained because of the cop explanation he gave you before that he could barely make up as he went along. And he says, for what crime? And right away, the cop's going to admit that the guy's not committing any crimes.
I didn't say you committed a crime, but I have the legal right to detain you for further investigation, depending on the outcome of what...
Investigation into what crime, fella?
You're walking around a law enforcement facility very suspiciously with a video camera. In light of what's going on,
In light of what's going on is your IQ is the same as your shoe size. You can barely form a sentence. You cannot articulate why you're taking the actions. It's obvious that you're doing it because you have a costume on and you feel like you can just approach and detain anybody you feel like for whatever reason you feel like and have no clue what the actual law says, especially the law that you use the most.
We have the right and authority to know who's walking around our facilities.
We have the right and authority to know who's freely walking around our facilities exercising their rights. that you swore to protect. Man, that's a screenshot right there. You're just an idiot. It never ends with these guys, man.
No, that's incorrect.
Okay, do you have your ID? Are you refusing to ID yourself? Yes or no?
What happens if I
It doesn't even have to answer that.
ID myself?
No? Then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay. But you have to tell me what happens if I don't ID myself.
No, I don't. I'm not required to tell you that.
No, I don't. I just act on impulse, obviously.
Yes or no? Are you refusing to ID yourself or not?
Once again, what crime have I committed?
I've already explained that to you. I don't need to explain.
No, you didn't explain any crime that he's committing or any crime that you're investigating, other than your dumb cop-splaining, and you showed your IQ. It's disturbing. Your IQ is about as high as the cloud, as about the cloud behind you.
And to you again, are you or are you not going to identify yourself?
Are you familiar with Texas Penal Code 38.02?
Answer my question. I get to answer the questions here. It's my
I answer the questions. I answer the questions here. He didn't even say that right.
investigation, not yours.
I'm not going to ID myself.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Okay, now we're going to kidnap you for doing nothing wrong at all.
What are you doing?
Let go. What are you doing? Put your hands behind your back. What happens when you do that to yourself?
You're kidding, right?
Nope. Just relax. Just relax. All we gotta do is that easy.
Hell no, I'm not kidding. I love violating rights.
Can I get a supervisor out here?
Yep, absolutely. Give us a smoke. West 112, go ahead. Go ahead.
Are you by chance in the parking lot with somebody that's videotaping, officer?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Just detained at the time.
I was calling it in as I came out the gate.
General. Any other traffic units have an auto ped 4800 Southfield?
Why are you
West
bending my wrist?
112, can you start a supervisor?
I'm handcuffed. Why are you bending my wrist?
That's what supervisor.
Can you? I'm handcuffed. There's nothing
So what
I
is?
can do.
So this cop's upset. He already has him in handcuffs and he's bending his wrist on top of it. Then he says, no, I'm just holding your hand.
What are you? What is
Quit
your name?
bending my wrist, man. I'm handcuffed.
I'm holding on to your hand.
I'm handcuffed,
I
man.
realize that, but I'm holding.
You're bending my wrist, dude. Can you let go of my
Here's
wrist?
your wrist straight.
Can you let go of my
Here's your
wrist?
straight.
Well, quit bending it then.
Here's your strength.
Quit bending
All
it.
I'm doing is holding your hand. I'm not bending it. Which way you want to go?
Just let my hand go, man. I'm not doing nothing.
So who are you?
None of your business.
Okay. So you're gonna go down and get fingerprinted then, so we figure out who you are. You're playing this the hard way. What you gotta do?
So there's your rapist mentality. You're doing this the hard way. You're not just going to come out here wearing a miniskirt and not expect me to force myself on you. You're not going to come out here with a camera, exercise your rights that I swore to protect, and don't believe that you didn't cause me to force myself upon you and kidnap you. It's your fault that you exercise your rights that I swore to protect. Who do you think you are, some kind of free American? Again, that's the rapist mentality. They're claiming that this guy is being kidnapped by them because of some action that he took in America. Assembly and free press and the right to privacy. Those things caused him to be kidnapped in America. The things that the cops swore to protect is what they're blaming him on.
Play it the hard way.
Do what I gotta do, man. Do what I gotta do.
All right. You made the choice, not us.
He didn't make the choice to be an armed, costumed parasite, go up to a guy and surround him and impede his freedom when he's breaking no laws and put handcuffs on him and take and commit a false arrest. You chose to do that. They choose to do all this stuff, and then they blame their victim, the guy on the ground or in handcuffs, and try to say he's the problem because he was exercising the rights that the cops swore to protect.
So I was handcuffed, put in the back of a patrol car with the windows up for 5 minutes, sweating my butt off. Even though I was put in handcuffs, the officer said that I didn't do anything wrong and I fully cooperated.
So they had to let him go because, of course, he's not committing any crimes. And then that wasn't good enough for them, that they were wrong, committed a false arrest, and kidnapped the guy off the street like a terrorist cell. That wasn't good enough for them. Then they threatened him that he's not allowed to step foot on that property or he'll be criminally trespassed. Because he dared to exercise his constitutional rights in front of a building filled with people who swore to protect those rights. This is unreal.
And now he's threatened me with criminal trespass if I ever step foot on the property.
And this is just another clip of him filming a state trooper extorting money out of some citizen. And that's Texas Rebel. Link in the description. Please subscribe to him. Tell him I sent you. Also, John's Coin Rings. Also, lifeguard imaging in Clearwater. If you live anywhere near Clearwater, Florida, or you're a Scientologist. That's where the headquarters is, by the way. Go to lifeguard imaging for a free heart scan. Mention my name and you get a free heart scan. Tell Mr. Maldonado that John Felix sent you. And what else? T-shirt store, blah, blah, blah. Olight link in the description. Through Night link. What else? That's about it, man. ActivismNewsNetwork.com, etc., etc. Thank you so much for watching me, liking me, loving me. I'm thankful for you. And have a good night, everyone. Peace.